Focus.
Hey. Yeah. As long as they can hear us.
Okay, there we go.
All right, PTA, you're on.
All right, we are short and sweet as usual tonight. We are still working on the transition between our previous treasurer and our current treasurer. It seems a lot of username passwords have all been changed and not working, so we're trying. But Lena did some calculations, and so our balance is approximately 8,000. Could be a little more, could be a little less, but that's in the ballpark. The latest thing we purchased, which actually a couple weeks ago, we paid for a subscription for a year for Classroom Screen, which a lot of teachers use during testing, and I use it every single day in my room. For 34 teachers, we sent out a Google form asking who was interested, and so I had 34 teachers respond, so I bought membership for them. Currently, only 15 are using it. It's really cool. I love it because I get this dashboard thing, and it tells me who's using it, how much, and that kind of stuff.
And if you want to take away their license, you get your money back.
No, I can reassign.
Also, you can transfer.
I can transfer to somebody else. I can take it back and give it to some other people. So I'm giving everybody a little time because we've been really busy. But then I'll start reaching out like, hey, you wanted this, or you need it or not, that kind of thing.
Yeah, reassign is nice.
Training, yeah. Our new business, we just completed our membership drive. We are still accepting memberships, but not for the contest. We did it a little differently this year. We put it out to each grade level, and the class in each grade level who had 8 or more, who had the most, would win. The membership drive was very low this year. I think we almost had more staff than parents this year. It was not the usual. So for the membership drive, the winners are in first grade was Amy, third grade was Clint, and in fourth grade was Maresma. There were memberships in the other grades, but it was like 1 or 2. I think the most was about 4, 5. Yeah, so it was very low this year. Our upcoming date, we have a spectacular. We have a date, Friday, October 18th. We're going to do it 5:30 to 7:30. We're going to do, because of the field situation, the trunk or treat will be in the bus circle. Over by the gym, we have huge gates we can close once the cars are in. So then we are able to open these gates, and we'll just have the cars kind of back in around the circle. And so then all the activity and stuff will be basketball court on that side of the school. We will be looking to put it out and out for donations of like water, snacks, soda, sweet treats. And then also we'll be looking for some volunteers to help us. I am reaching out to the high school. I know we have some ninth graders who are eager to come back and participate because they've already been contacting my child who's letting me know. But it takes a village on this. There's a lot going on. So if anybody's available, let us know. The carnival is tentatively from March 1st. Did Anna join him? She said she'd be going there. Anna's been emailing the people to try to set this up. I don't know, she said she did not,
I haven't heard from her yet, but.
yeah, she got an extra,
Assignment?
yes, we'll say. So she's been a little busy. I know we were talking the other day and she was gonna, some of the answers she was gonna forward to you.
Okay.
So we're still kind of up in the air on the carnival at this point.
Oh, isn't Rouse going to be on the second?
It is, but for example, there's options for the youth sailing regatta, for the youth sailing club. They are able to utilize a space. And you may, given what, I don't know, portion of the construction plan they're in, you have in the space. That big area is still open, I don't know why we didn't have.
Yeah, we did that there.
Yeah, now if the lawn's ripped up, no.
She did say, I'm not sure who she was speaking to at this
John
point,
Hammond probably.
but suggested maybe behind the government center as a
Yeah,
possible
small,
option.
But that's what we do, light up the garden.
Yeah, so I mean, Rouse would really like to be in and then we kind of have to,
What about, Largo Park?
we asked about it a couple years ago when Allison was still here, and they said absolutely not, they did not want them to be driving over their grass.
Because of the rides and setting up the rides, they didn't want anything on the grass.
That's reasonable.
That's
I mean,
reasonable,
it's a nice
yeah.
park.
We use it for touch weddings.
Yeah.
Which
Which was totally reasonable.
Totally understand.
So we're still trying. And that's all that I can say about that, yeah.
Is there a possibility of doing a scaled down version if we do it behind the Nelson Center? Because there's not a lot of room.
I mean, of course, we can, I mean, whatever, if we can get one or the other, we will have to make it work. And I know there's some space out in front, I mean, because Ian and I are already kind of talking about it a little bit, see how we can make it work, if that's our only option.
Just the bounce houses and those kind of things are less wear and tear
Yeah.
on the grounds than the actual rides. And kids will just have to.
It's doable, we would have to.
Yeah.
No, the dumb tanks, you're in it. That's front.
I agree. So, anyway, we'll keep you posted, hopefully the next
Is it
meeting
David
we'll
and Fisher?
maybe have a better idea.
You got dumb.
If there's like a committee or calls or whatever, just add me in on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure. And that's kind of our big things going on right now. Super excited for Spectacular, it's one of our biggest events this year, Carnival.
Yeah.
So, a
It's
little
one of
bit
the
different
biggest
this
events
year.
up here in the upper Keys too.
Yeah. And we will be doing the pre-sale again, that'll go up, beginning of October. So we'll talk about that.
And they'll give you time to figure out all the little kinks because we know we're not gonna be putting it on the field.
Yep. I have a plan, this is,
If it's not in competition, I don't think that anything
No.
else.
no, because we had a couple other dates we tried and then there was always something. So this was the one. The next days in which is rides, so some of us will be a little tired, but maybe I'll.
Tired, which is a good. Or Warlock.
Questions, comments, concerns? That's all we have.
Excellent. Okay, very good. All right, we're gonna start, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was not there, we're gonna start it by pausing and
No, we are going,
canceling the.
yeah, we're going straight into our, school advisory council meeting.
All right, so up on the, when you all did the sign-in, the minutes from the last meeting are up there. So do I have anyone that would like to start to approve, I went out of order. Approve the previous minutes.
So moved.
Okay, and then the agenda for tonight, I know I'm like again out of order. I did have to add two things to the bottom of the agenda that weren't posted ahead of time. And that is the Florida Sunshine Law, public meeting records, and also the SAC bylaws. Can we approve the agenda and with those two additions?
I make a motion to approve the agenda with the amendments.
Do the same.
All right, so we're gonna start with Title I, beginning of the year survey. Ms. Valdez could not be here. The two things that she wanted me to share with you all is that survey has come home, so please make sure that you spread the word. Those Title I surveys are really important to get back, and that does tie to our funding. It is an online survey, and the link has been posted on social media pages for the school and the KLS webpage. So if you all can go on and make sure that you do that, or share it with friends and be generous, get that link out there. Our parent and family engagement plan is also in the works to be created. So if you have input that you would like to give about our family engagement plan, we could talk about some of those things that you'd like to see right now, or you can also email Veronica Valdez at veronicavaldez@keyschools.com. But is there anything in the that has happened in the past that you have liked, that you thought would be something that you'd like to see again?
When you're thinking back at all the events that we have that are not PTA related. So if we have a reading event or Hispanic Heritage night or a literacy night.
Or like the morning with like breakfast and parents, or something like that.
Is there anything you would like to see added? Like food is a big draw. And
We
we give
did one year
away,
like the breakfast and then the reading, you guys have books and then like the parents read with the.
right.
Didn't you do like donuts with snacks?
Yeah, now we do pastries with parents.
Pastries with parents.
Yeah, pastries with parents.
Pastries and reading.
Yeah.
So pastries with parents and reading a book in the media center.
We give away a lot of free books. So do people still want to see all the free books and all that?
Cause I also like the literacy night, like how we have the books out there and the kids kind of pick it out, you know, like.
Yeah.
So then-
I like the themes. Yeah.
Mhm.
That night, with that one night when we had all the flashlights.
Oh, reading under the
Reading under the
stars.
Reading
stars.
under the stars, that was fantastic. I want to do that.
Okay. All right, any other like wow ideas that come to you that like you see or you think would be great? Please share those with us or send them to Miss Valdez herself and she'll work to try to help support getting
There's
there.
something new that you heard about somewhere else and you think that it's something we could do. Last year, you guys did the graduating seniors came through the halls, right?
Mhm.
You did
Yeah.
that. I think that's a good idea. That's
Yeah, no, we plan on doing that, and actually, I sent my two APs, we have something else planned with, the high school seniors. I'm trying not to get it out there, because you know how, yeah, it's a surprise, so, you know how I like to keep things top secret.
All right, so that's it for Title I.
Let's just say there would be a passing of these words. Let's just put it that way. But without fire. Now with the age group I have,
Eighth grade.
something better, something cuter.
Okay.
Alright, got it?
Yeah, and then just the food, the Title I food program benefits, making sure we get all of those free and reduced lunch forms.
The grace period ends on the 25th, so that's 9 days. So if your child, or if you know someone's child received free or reduced lunch last year and they haven't applied, the grace period ends on the 25th and they will get charged. And as you all know, I take care of all the charges once I have the money for that. So I do not want anybody to go without me. Eva, do you have anything for Abbott?
We are still focusing on organization using our planners and binders. Parents, please ensure you ask your kids about these, they should be putting on the share. We're just really trying to get that communication, getting them in that habit early. Besides that, we are starting our in-house professional learning with Avid, so we have some typically scheduled for the teachers.
Collaborative,
Collaborative study groups, Socratic seminar, academic language, so we're focusing on those to support our overall goals.
I know we're not supposed to have technology in the classroom, but I think that one of those Apple things is. So let me know if you find things.
That's called teenage boy.
Yeah.
I have a 20-year-old and he still does it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. Have fun. Oh, yeah, it's fun. 21 next month. Still, I don't know this.
All right, sporting and school events, I know you want to talk, but the one thing that we wanted to focus on, since we've had like the kickoffs at the beginning of the year, so volleyball and football and cross country, we have lots of people on campus after school. The biggest thing that we run into with games is that this year, and we sent that out, but we just need to spread the word. We also ordered signs, so that helps too. But the gates are only open for 30 minutes before the game and 15 minutes once the game starts. And then those gates have to close and stay locked. We do have to have staff members standing at the gates at all times for security. We are not allowed to leave gates open at any time while we have kids on campus. So that's a big change this year, and it is also difficult to man. It is very difficult to man them and keep that going. So we cannot have them open the whole time. Because parents want to watch their kids play. So,
I mean, I could take the easy way out and say, this gate is excluded, and that gate is excluded because we have a camera there, but I am not gonna let the camera do the work of what we should do, because if something were to happen, it would still fall back on us. And so I would rather, side on the caution to make sure that there is someone there.
And this change was only at middle school, right? Middle, elementary school.
No, it should be everyone.
It's not at the high school. So I just, which I like the high school version, so.
I know.
So I wonder if that might change this.
Yeah, but at the high school, you can't get into the building. It's just the field. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So everything
But how
else
will
is
that work in
gated.
this field, is it? The gates will shut.
There will always be someone there. There will always be someone there that day.
It has to be a staff member, not a local volunteer.
Right, it has to be a staff member.
I think it's going okay. My only complaint about this is that that door is left open in the back of the gym, which is making the gym very, 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 very hot for the meetings. Is it possible to change it so it's back around to the front where that door just can open and close that door?
You can
Where we
talk
had
to
it
the
last
person.
year? You know, they come down the breezeway and make a left and go in that, the main door.
I am trying to keep the people off campus as much as
You
possible.
know,
And I'm just gonna say, I understand everyone's,
I get it too, but just,
inconvenience, but if something were to happen, and then everyone would question me why I didn't do something the right way. So again, am going to follow the law.
Well,
Just-
I wonder if the impetus for that law was probably a good idea, so
Right,
the
and-
implementation.
Right, and every school is implementing it differently, and like I said, I could take the easy way out and say that gate is exempt because it's under a camera. I have a feeling that's what other schools are doing.
Can we keep the door to the gym closed and they have to open it to come in? Or can we move I don't want to move the table outside because Lord knows I've worked that table and it's
Right.
hot.
it's right in the sun.
But at the same time, I feel bad for whoever's working it as a staff member because you're constantly getting up and opening the gate for something. It almost is like you have to sit out there and wait if you didn't get your request.
It's something that we can talk about
Yeah, we
with
can
the
talk
coaches.
about that.
Because I know it's hard, like you're trying to balance letting them in, but
And I'm
it's like
moving-
you're continuously letting.
I'm moving to, see if we can change a lock situation on one of those doors, so it can be locked and unlocked.
They said no,
No, they did say no?
on the attention bar.
No, not those, on the back
Oh.
gym. So that they could unlock it and people could open, then we didn't have to open the
Oh,
door
they
to
took
change
all
the
those
lock and
locks.
turn it off. We're looking into it to see that way the door can stay closed. I don't think that it's gonna be able to move around to the front of the gym because that's a supervision issue, and then you're inviting people in other parts of campus where it's hard to see.
I can totally understand, even closing the door is a big difference, because it's school.
Well, and I think, again, what the goal on what Holly was saying, I think once people figure out how hard it is to actually implement it the right way, the way it's supposed to be done, the procedures will end up changing.
Merit's good, compliance.
Yeah.
It's different when it's an older building versus a newer building and all that stuff. So we're just trying to navigate as best as possible and just keep everyone safe
Safety and security, it goes along with what we were just talking about.
Sorry, also, kids cannot stay at games without parents, that's been another thing that's been a rule for a long time, but just I'm adding it, spread the information. They cannot be here without a parent unless they are on a team and their coach is responsible for them.
And that goes for the high school too, except for high school kids. The high school kids can go to the games by themselves. But if you are an elementary or middle school kid, you can't go without.
But the high school has it that if the kids walk out for any reason, they're not allowed to go back into the game.
Right. Yeah.
How are we looking on the field before we go on to, safety and security?
December.
Yeah, they're moving pretty fast. You see, they got some of the poles starting to go
I
up.
know,
It looks very exciting.
And,
there's shape.
the building was shaking and the water lines were clipped a couple of times. And, we had a water, what do they call this? The water, the big old,
Geyser.
yeah, geyser. We had a big old, two of them. Yeah,
Monday broke
Yeah,
down.
water main break right on
Yeah,
campus.
for another one.
Flooded twice, we had to shut the cafeteria down twice. But they started, it looks like the backstop holes are going in. The holes for the footers are there. I went home at 4:30 to go catch a sandwich, and there were guys, I think they were pouring some concrete, so I thought, yeah, I know. So it looks like, they told me that they were gonna be moving on the weekends and later at night to make sure that they get that December finish, so we can use it for baseball. I know.
Is there a plan to fence in the outfield of the baseball softball field?
There's a plan to buy portable fencing
Okay.
to move it.
We were looking at pricing.
Yeah, it's gonna be portable fencing.
Perfect.
It would be easier to do that, because then if we have the fence is gonna go right there by the,
By the football field.
and, the kids are at the playground, are gonna wanna climb it, and that's just gonna be,
Yes.
you know how that
No,
goes.
we were looking
No, the
at,
middle school kids are gonna wanna climb it.
yes, we were looking at the price of the portable field.
We got our portable scoreboard here.
Oh, I have it in my office, and it works,
It works.
and it makes noises. It's good. It's kind of fun. So, and First State Bank, so it went really fast. We have a portable scoreboard, from Varsity Sports, and First State Bank's, sponsored it. So, I mean, and it went like that. I said something to them on Monday, it got approved on a Tuesday, and it was here the week after. That was the fastest thing I've ever seen happen.
So thank you, First State Bank.
Yeah.
All the people out there.
So we do have a plan, we're still talking about it, when everything opens up over there, we're gonna have like a grand opening and everything. And so we'll probably have like a staff softball game versus the kids or something like that. So that hopefully the staff doesn't get hurt.
Maybe you should do.
Kickball, no, kickball is a new. Have you seen us old people play kickball?
Yeah, have you seen us with bats? If you
Yeah,
want us with bats.
have you seen us fall and break our?
I'll see y'all at work.
Yeah, we will all better
Yeah,
there.
I know what happened, there's all the old people.
Just give us passes, just give us.
I was, you get an X-ray, you get an X-ray, you get an X-ray.
It's a good line. Here you go.
So, but it is exciting, we're excited to get that up and moving. So, yeah, it's moving along fast. It is moving along. I didn't really realize how much dredging of dirt they have to do. Holy cow. It's, yeah, for the real drainage stuff.
The real thing.
Real drainage stuff. I mean, huh?
This morning was pretty loud and it was pretty intense, and then we passed by and there's like
Dust.
dust
Yes.
Just
everywhere.
getting a drop off line.
Good old Category.
I have to hose off my car every day.
Yep.
It's gonna be worth it.
So our first cross-country team competed, and we had 2 students place, 3rd place. So that's exciting. It was our first team, first competition, and they also, were able to rank among other schools.
So, and Coach Smith is putting together a newsletter for athletics, so that'll be going out. I think he says it's gonna go every week. Is that what he said?
Yes.
State,
How do we access that?
we're probably gonna add it to our, website, and then we'll send it out on Facebook, and we'll probably also have to do a connect that type message to send all that out.
There was one, somebody posted one on, there was one posted
already,
already, right?
right?
Yeah, it's really nice, I loved it.
On the website and on social. So we send it
It's a
to,
little, it's like a little highlight on each story, so.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
like the,
Yeah. Actually, we did better on football than I thought we were gonna do. We did well. It was we had a little bit of, change going on there, but we rallied and got it together. Safety and security, again, I know it's a pain in the butt with the stuff at the games and all of that. We're working through it the best we can. Again, I want to side on making sure we are within, my comfort zone for keeping everybody safe. So it's just one of my major things. Like, I just want to make sure everyone's safe while we're here. it would be a shame if something happened. I mean, a couple of years ago, we had a fight on campus with a student and a parent. So, it's stuff like that I'm trying to avoid, so.
I mean, everybody wants to see Mr. Gary with the mop cleaning the sweat on the gym floors, but it's cool off.
But just when we have events, make sure that you're not letting people in after you, or make sure gates and things are closed behind you, and we're having those discussions.
All right, volunteering, again, it's the same thing. Please make sure you register in Raptor. It's the same thing. I'm going to mention this every single month. Make sure you register in Raptor. In order to interact with the students and go on field trips, you need to be a volunteer. Level 2. Media, we have notebooks that are being purchased, except for the ones that I bought for reading the first and second and kindergarten. And I bought some scary stories to read in middle school. So hopefully I'll still be able to use this out of the school improvement plan. All right, we talked about this last time. So I'm going to read the goals again, and we are looking for approval from SAC. Our goals are, I need to read it. Our goals are all grades will have 70% or higher proficiency in ELA and math. 5th and 8th grade will have 60% proficiency or higher in science, and ELA and math learning gains, including the lowest 25, will increase to 70% or higher. So does anybody have any questions on our goals for our school improvement plan? The teachers in the room are like,
The times, do you need a motion?
yeah, we need a motion and a,
I'm approving for everybody.
yeah. She's got to come in tomorrow and sign. All right, so we have a motion, and do we have a second? Second. Thank you. Victor. Holly was with us. All right, thank you, I appreciate it. All right, and then I said I was going to talk about this at every meeting. It is our open controlled enrollment. We are still at 690. We are over capacity in kindergarten, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. The only grade we are under capacity is 1st grade by 4 kids. So that'll be in minutes. Again, our capacity, it's good. I would like to have more. The teachers would freak out. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get, I'm hoping if our enrollment stays up, that I'll be able to get more teachers. So again, everything that we're doing here is to drive up enrollment. We all know how that goes. Principal report. I do want to talk about something that you probably saw in the newspaper. There was a person that was arrested for doing something inappropriate. I'm just going to say that that person, has been on every school campus, including ours. He's never been alone with any child on campus, but he has been at all of our public events. So he was at our carnival. He was at our carnival. He was at Aladdin.
I have never seen a virtual that was arrested for being a child sex offender.
I missed that. Sorry.
Yep.
He's soft. It's on there.
Yeah, so he has been on campus, and he's been part of the community and doing things for multiple years. So we are following the lead of the Sheriff's Department and the State's Attorney. If we have to help with any way, we can. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I have no problem talking to you privately about what has happened here on campus. But I am very confident in saying that he's never been alone with anyone on campus. He was, like, again, I think the worst is that he was walking around at our carnival. So, taking videos. So forth. So, yep. It's tough. I mean, if you know who he is and you look at his website, he's got a lot of stuff on it. People, I mean, in multiple counties and multiple schools and multiple events. So we are hoping that the police are able to get what we need if they need. So that is the only thing I have. Teachers report, Tiffany or Hannah? Do you have anything good to say about our teachers?
Well, I have to say, our teachers have been revving up, and I've seen a lot of, I could say, strategies that were being discussed at our AVID conference being implemented. Also, I've been seeing a lot of creativity when it came to how to engage the students in reading, which, we understand that that's one of our primary platforms to get understanding at any subject level. So we've even had our dog visiting fourth grade, which was welcomed by all the students. And I'm very excited to see how creative we get. Second grade has been having a lot of success with the half-day split, so to speak, where the children are being rotated at the second part of the day. I think it's taking away the boredom, so to speak. You're in one spot, 4 walls all day. It's no fun. Just getting a taste and flavor for a little bit of a difference has helped some of our students have seen progress through. One of the students that we've been working hard with since last year. And I'm very excited to see what happens with K through 2, our fourth grade class, our third grade teachers are on it. They are, PM1 has been, it's almost at the end. I think September 27th is when the window closes, but our teachers have already briefed the students. They've already started providing remediation and support. So I'm very, very confident and excited about what's going to look like for PM2.
There's been a lot of engagement in the classrooms. The energy in the classrooms and in the school is much different than it has been in the last couple of years. The teachers are amped up, the kids are fired up, so it's great to see everybody just cruising along. It's good to see.
In our middle school, we are seeing a lot of students that are able to test and move out of the intensive classes. So they have to meet criteria. So they have to have their grades at a C or above. They have to meet proficiency on the class test and on a second assessment that's provided in that intensive classroom. But it has motivated our middle school students, tenfold to really work really hard to get out of those classes and earn an elective or earn flex opportunity. We are seeing much more motivation for them to do their best to get out of there. We did change our schedule a few years ago, so every kid, even if they have intensive math and intensive reading, they still get an elective time. That was important, and why we changed our schedule to be that funky drop schedule with the flex at the end of the day. So even our students in both intensives are still getting the opportunity for some sort of flex or elective time at the end of the day, but having those additional opportunities is really increasing motivation. And our intensive reading team is just kicking all kinds of butt up on the third floor. We did start with hello. We're talking about kindness and really inclusion. So your kids should be talking about that today and through this week. K through 8, they're writing compliments and kind notes to people across campus. And again, it's trying to recognize people that are alone, people that seem withdrawn, who are not engaged. Trying to get them to have those conversations and recognize when those things are happening and use more kindness to one another. And then, there's one more thing I wanted. 5th grade through 8th grade, Officer Perry, the guidance team and I are going around and we're doing grade level meetings. So we call it State of the Tornado. And those are their big grade level meetings that we have with them. We've already completed the State of the Tornado meeting for the 6th graders and the 8th graders last week. Tomorrow is the 7th grade group. But we talk about all the things that are like high referrals from the previous year, things that students get in trouble with a little bit. We talk about just the general rules. We talk about, their questions on dress code, all the fun things.
Practicing to the children so that, they're aware of what the acceptance is, and it's not like an off moment where they're not, so.
So we like them to have all the information going into the beginning of the year before they can say, I didn't know I'd get in trouble for that. So we talk about that, and Officer Career explains that she's here to protect them and help them keep them out of trouble. But we do also touch on some of the things that students can get in big time trouble with. So we want to avoid them from doing those sort of things. And then we're also talking about safety and security with them too, about closing doors, locking gates, all the things, pulling doors behind them, and not letting other people in on campus. And they even know that if Mr. Hayes is outside the gate, or a parent or someone else, they are not to open that gate no matter what, for anyone.
They are so excited about not letting you in.
Everyone has to go through the front office. That's the only way someone can enter campus. So we're having those conversations with the big kids too, so that they're aware of that as well.
Apparently I'm gonna get locked out. I better never forget. That's all we have. Does anybody have anything for us?
Fantastic.
I have a question. You put together the capital plan for the school?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I have a facilities meeting next week.
So, they have a lot of space there.
All right, thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
And I don't
Okay.
have to say, but we gave you this, we gave you the deal, so we're not gonna put you, fix it.
No, that is actually a separate fund.
Okay, so can I find out how to do that?
Where are we? Oh, yeah.
So,
Well,
this is a separate.